Join us this week as we're determined to explore despite the weather. We take our truck and RV under the ocean for the first time. The road's gone.
The road is gone.
Charlie gets dramatic. And I have just a little bit of buyer's remorse. So for $65, guess what we bought?
This is what I deal with. So show them what you bought.
We have successfully navigated public transportation twice now. Woohoo!
Luckily, because we just had a really nice driver that picked us up at KOA and kind of walked us through it. So $4.50 a person, and that gets you on the shuttle all day long. Drivers are really nice. The buses ride great. It's a short ride. So that's one perk for being at the KOA in Virginia Beach. So now we're going to check out the boardwalk. We dealt with all the hurricane remnants in Arkansas where it just rained consistently for 2.5 days. Now we're dealing with Hurricane Debbie, which is now Tropical Depression Debbie, and it's coming up the coast. It's flooded North Carolina and a lot of places in South Carolina. They've got tornado warnings all over creation. We're in the clear right now, probably have a couple of hours to play with, so we're gonna try to do as much as we can. It's a good time. As a reminder, make sure you have your NOAA weather radio, make sure you have it dialed into the right city, state, and county so that you can get those alerts. And if you use Wi-Fi in your RV or at your home, it's always a good idea, in our opinion, to turn your Wi-Fi off during severe weather situations. That way, if you have an internet failure, normally your cell phone's gonna work even in a bad storm, unless a tower goes down or something like that. But Starlink really likes to blip out during heavy thunderstorms, and you might not get those alerts. That's happened to us before, so when the weather may get bad, we turn our Wi-Fi off before we go to bed.
Good tip, Johnson. Now let's go face Hurricane Debbie.
You think I'm in appropriate beach attire? I hate walking in wet shoes, and I knew if I wore sandals I was going to be walking with wet feet all night, so I said, to heck with it. We're going jeans and boots, and I'm kind of glad because it's a little cool. I noticed you're rocking a jacket.
Some of us thought ahead.
Those waves are rolling. The waves are rolling in. People are still trying to surf. I gotta advise, you shouldn't be out surfing in this stuff. There's a major rip current risk. You need to be getting to your safe places.
Sorry, we need the views. I have been very disappointed that we haven't been able to explore much.
The weather's just been junky.
I have a very long list of things. It's just gonna have to be a return trip. I really didn't want to do anything. There are some museums and things that you can do inside. I just didn't really want to do anything halfway. I'd rather come back and do it right. But we thought the boardwalk will be something we can stroll for an hour. You know, Cody's already talking about food, so we're gonna go find something to snack on.
We're leaving Saturday morning. It's Thursday night. The full-on brunt of this leftover hurricane is supposed to be in here tonight and rain us out completely for the next 24 hours.
At least we got some stuff done while we were here.
At least we got some stuff done. We spent way too much on the campground. That part feels kind of a waste because we did get a really nice campground and didn't really get to use it because of the weather. But hey, that's life in general. It's not just RV life. It happened when we were at home. We'd have big weekend plans and it'd storm all weekend or snow. So it's just life, but we'll be back.
I got a big one.
Go figure.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
started raining, so we just ducked into a Mexican restaurant and I ate a burrito. It was very good. And
I'm
now
in
I don't
pain.
want to walk. I really don't want to walk anymore.
I really wanted to rent one of those, I don't know if they call them a Surrey?
Surrey, I think, yeah.
Those little bikes, two-person bikes that looked really fun, but I don't know how long we'll be here.
It's just one of those things, like the way the rain bands are coming through, it could start pouring in 5 minutes or it may not rain for an hour, you don't know.
And the tornado watches are supposed to kick up soon, so we're gonna do a little bit more and then we're gonna start looking to see when we need to go back to the bus stop.
How to get back to the bus stop, that's a good start.
Thank you for all of the suggestions for the fridge. It's spontaneous when the door pops open, but when it does, it wreaks havoc on everything and tries to tear our trim off. So I'm gonna try these just kitty safety latches. My thought is it 3Ms on both sides and it has kind of some adjustments. My thought is to put one 3M. I can reach back behind the fridge and reach the top of it. So 3M a piece back that way. Have this piece hanging over, 3M the top, and that way I can just reach up and do whatever you have to do to attach it. But that's my thought. So I'm gonna do this before travel day tomorrow. I think this cost me like $4 for two. So I can put one on both sides. I figure for that kind of money, it's worth trying. So I'll keep you posted. Puppy torture time. Puppy torture. I know. You're all right. I think she was trying to create a diversion for him. Want a treat? You go chew it. Yes, you can have one too. All right, I know. I know. Oh, goodness. Real good. Charlie, why are you upset?
Guess what? It's raining again, and as we sit here and watch it rain for I don't know how many days in a row now, I want to take a second and give a quick update on the Power Watchdog that we put on. I really like that thing. Go figure, I'm being just a little bit nerdy and spending way too much time staring at this app. One thing I noticed about the Power Watchdog app that could be really beneficial for some of you and even us at times, we occasionally find ourselves at campgrounds that have a power meter where you pay for the amount of power you use. This tracks your kilowatt hours of usage and you can reset it monthly or weekly or however you want to do it, but it's kind of nice knowing what you actually use. Or maybe you have a power meter on a home base or something like that, and you can just kind of track it as you go. It really came in handy here because we're on 30 amp service this week. We're at a KOA resort in Virginia Beach. It's kind of pricey here, and we saved a significant amount of money by taking a 30 amp site. It's been cloudy, it's been rainy, we've been fine on 30 amp this week, but it is kind of neat to see when you're running the AC and the microwave to look at the app and see just how close you are to the full 30 amp. We basically proved things that we already knew, like we can run the air conditioner and the microwave, but not an air conditioner and a microwave and a blow dryer at the same time. Things like that. Is all of that technology necessary? No. I mean, really, you just need something you can plug in that's going to protect your camper from damage. But if you're a data geek like I am, it is kind of cool to check out. Don't forget, we try to put links in the description of every video for places we stay, products we use, and things like that. If you want to check out our Amazon influencer page, there's a link to that in the description, or you can check out amazon.com/shop/untethered, and everything's right there. Hopefully that's a good resource for you guys, and it helps us out a little bit when you purchase from our page. Don't feel obligated to do that. It's there to help you, but full disclosure, we do get a very small percentage of a kickback for things that you buy. And before this gets any louder, we're going to get on to the next thing, because tonight we're going to do something fun that we've never done before, where the weather doesn't matter. What is it?
It's a pickle.
It's a pickle? We cannot afford the pickle. Okay, so Dave & Buster's was a blast. It's actually stopped raining for a minute. You can see we have our windows down. It's not gonna last long. We probably have about 3 minutes before it starts pouring again, and I'm confident it rained the entire time we were gone. But that was a great way to spend date night.
That
right?
was fun.
I had fun.
We ended up hogging the dodgeball machine. I think I was letting out a little aggression there because that was so fun.
You didn't have enough aggression because I still won like 9 out of 10 games. We literally, I think we went in, we bought 355 tickets, tax and all and everything out the door. It was about 65 bucks. And I think we spent most of it at the dodgeball game.
So for $65, guess what we bought?
So we had narrowed it down to what they called a disco potted planter, and then somebody decided to call an audible
At the last minute.
at the last possible second. I couldn't even turn the camera on. This is what I deal with. So show them what you bought.
You know, you always have those extra points that you have to do something with. So I got a popper because these things are awesome.
Dogs are gonna eat it.
I also got something else the dogs could eat.
Dogs are gonna eat it. I don't want to be seen in this.
And where the magic is.
Instead of the potted planter that we could have grown something in the RV and had a little decor, here's what we get.
I was kind of excited
Just
about
show them.
the disco planter.
It has no practical value. Forget YouTube, we're going straight to Nashville. It's our last video, everybody. We're gonna be in Nashville performing with our plastic ukuleles. We're going straight to the top. What are you gonna do with that?
Good morning.
Morning.
It's travel day. I have a little buyer's remorse this morning for my ukulele, but I'm gonna have to move past it. And I've already gotten something on my shirt. Cody usually makes me change before we film, but I'm not changing. We're running behind. We need to get on the road just in case there's flooding. We don't see it on the route.
I don't see anything on the maps. Google Maps looks clear. Usually it'll tell you this route's affected by a flood warning. But we're going over the Chesapeake Bridge. I doubt it's flooded. So we're gonna head up to Maryland and see what's what there.
We're on the Chesapeake Bridge. We're kind of slow going. I think we're gonna choke down into one lane of traffic to get through the tunnel. I'm glad I have my Easy Pass because it's 16 bucks to cross this bridge. And I'm not sure if that is for a trailer or if it's gonna be more. I'll find out when I get my statement, but 16 bucks to go across, $6 to come back. I think the sign said if you come back the same day. Swung through the toll booth and they did ask if we had shut our propane tanks off, and I had remembered
the last tunnel we went through, we had to do it, so I shut them off before we left. They didn't check or anything, they just ask you, so make sure if you're coming through the Chesapeake tunnel, or I think the rule is any tunnel, I'm not sure if that applies across the United States, but I know it does in Virginia, stop and shut your propane tanks off. We've got the 12-volt fridge, so everything will stay cool, but if you have a gas and electric fridge, you probably want to wait, you know, shut it off as close to the tunnel as you can. There's a lot of pull-offs on here. Probably better to stop before the toll station and shut your tanks off, and then turn them on once you get safely past the tunnel. Find a good place to pull off, turn your tanks back on.
We are on our way to Maryland, and we have been waiting on this trip for probably a year.
I think we did book this about a year ago, and I've been really excited about it. I think the weather's gonna finally cooperate with us after a week of rain.
We hope.
Of course, this is the prettiest day we've seen in Virginia Beach, and we're leaving. Just how it goes sometimes. But it looks like it's past us, and we get to do something super cool tomorrow. I'm really excited.
Here we go.
Tunnel time.
And you said you looked at it and there's no height clearance. Now's not the time to ask that question.
No, now's not the time to find out you're too tall. But I did look at it ahead of time. I walked out to the truck yesterday and turned on the Garmin and put the route in and made sure everything's good. And then looking through here, I mean, I've seen a lot of semis, RVs coming both ways, so we know we're good.
We are under the ocean.
Are you sure though? Because it didn't seem like we dropped down very far.
Check out the ship.
Oh man, that's huge. From here it's huge. And
wait a minute. Where's the road? Are we going under that?
I don't know. Yeah, okay. So now we can...
We're going under the ship?
Well, the ship's over the top of the tunnel right here at the moment. So this tunnel must be pretty far down, because there's a clear gap in the water.
The road's gone.
The road is gone.
This is cool.
It looks like we're just going to drive off into the ocean.
I recognize this is normal for a lot of people that live and stay on the coast a lot, but we just don't. We're not used to seeing something that
But that's part of why I love coming to the coast. Like, even if you're just sitting on the beach reading a book, you can look out and see huge ships, all kinds of different bird life, people are out and about doing stuff. Everybody's active.
Are going under the water.
We're going under the water. That's cool.
That ship just went right over.
Yeah. That massive ship just went right over the top.
I understand there's probably people out there like, yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
Figure it out.
Shut up. Nobody cares. We all know how tunnels work.
This is cool.
This is cool to me.
We're going under the ocean. A ship just drove over this tunnel. This is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
My sister-in-law just sent a really cool screenshot. She will stalk us from time to time to see where we're at. And we always tease her for being a stalker. But she caught us just as we were on this bridge, which turned out kind of cool.
Well, we're a couple hours into the trip here, and I'm happy to report our little intermittent misfire is gone. Luckily, we didn't push it as far this time as we did last time, where we were having like true-on misfires going down the highway, like we did the last time we had plug wires go bad. But new air filter, new cabin filter, new plugs, new wires, and where we normally average about 8 miles per gallon towing, we're clocking over 9 today, which that's pretty nice. I'll take it. Save a little money on fuel.
When we lift the RV up off of the hitch, I'm not saying this is how you're supposed to do it, I'm saying this is how we do it. We make sure that we see the pressure come off and it slide just enough. Now, if you raise too much, it'll start lifting the truck, or it could be a problem. But once we start seeing it slide, we know that pressure's off, and the truck usually can slide right out. What we see a lot of people do sometimes in campgrounds, And I notice it because we did it. If you don't lift that pressure off, when you release and disconnect, it jerks the RV. So especially if you're up on blocks, it just makes things a little scary. So hopefully that's helpful and not dumbed down. I'm sure you guys know that, but that's what we do. Welcome to Chestertown, Maryland. We have a good news, bad news situation going on. Our things, I guess, held. The door, I put the other slide out so that I could check it and make sure. This came unsticky, so one of them has already popped off. I think that's gonna be a me. I thought that I had it cleaned and stuck. So I'm gonna have to find something sticky to get it to stick better. I still think this is gonna work. I just have to fix it. My problem is when I opened the door, this popped out and blew everywhere. Oh, there's some right there.
You're gonna be cleaning this stuff for a week.
It's all over me. The only good news, okay, I hear you. The only good news is it's something the dogs can eat, plain yogurt. So Eris is doing us a favor down here right now until I can get the rest of this cleaned off. It is absolutely everywhere. I was getting a little nervous with the trees coming in. I always ask them, if at all possible, I'd like a clear site for Starlink. A lot of campgrounds see tree coverage as a benefit because I think a lot of people see that as a benefit.
But Starlink, all important, gotta work.
Yeah, it's a bigger priority than anything else. So I always put that in the notes so that they know ahead of time to look for that, so they don't think that they're doing us a favor by parking us under trees, because we are not in a high service cell area, obviously.
Cell phone service was not great. I'd rather not put Starlink on the roof. It's just one extra step getting the ladder out, but you can see I got her on the roof right there. Oh, you can show them the basement mess, front basement mess. I cut this little porthole here so I can run my cable right up through, plug that in like that, and I just set it here. Reach up, turn my inverter on, that way it keeps going. If the power goes out, white light on the Starlink, and we just let her do her thing.
Always real classy here on Untethered.
We're pulling about 100 down. Let's see what we get going up. Pulling about 11, 12 up. A little bit better on the download speed than the last place, but in Virginia Beach, our upload speeds were like 17. So the official result from speed test is 102 down and 12 up. For reference, for me to do like my VPN stuff with work, I really only need about 10 down to be very comfortable. Same with streaming Netflix or anything else. So this is more than enough, and video should upload quick.
I'm excited to be in Maryland. We're gonna mark that sticker off now.
And our big day tomorrow means it's a few days away for you guys. So make sure you subscribe, come back and check this out, because we're gonna show you something cool.
And we'll catch you next time.
Bye guys.
I am going to try something since the fridge. I'm gonna take a little second. During this rain delay, let's talk about these giant pine cones that I found. Look at that thing. But they're
Is that
not
why
pine.
I'm starting to get sneezy?
Oh, I carried these inside. Maybe I should take them back outside.
Away with you. But that was a great way to spend, I guess, a date. But that was a great way to spend it. I just had fun playing the games. I knew we weren't going to get anything good. Like,
Maybe.
oh man.